Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, most merciful. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Teaching English on Dروس Super Goal 4. Before I start, I would like to welcome my colleague Mr. Salih Al-Ujan, the interpreter to the sign language. We start our class today by reviewing the plan or the objectives that we are planning to achieve at the end of this class, inshallah. First, students will be able to describe some vacations. Also, they will be able to make vacation plans. Also, students will be able to answer comprehension questions based on reading a conversation. And at the end of the class, also, students will be able to identify different kinds of vacations. We are still in Unit 4, the first unit in this semester, semester number 3. And we are studying Unit 4, which is under the title, It's Going to Be Fun. And today we are going to study two sections, section number 6 and section number 7, Conversation and About You. Before we start our main class today, Conversation and About You, we make a quick revision on the previous lesson. In the previous lesson, we studied listening and pronunciation. In the listening section, we identified some vacation plans of 3 persons, Andy, Rod, and Sam. They were talking about their plans, where to go, and what kind of plans they want to do. And we learned some new vocabulary from this listening. We knew the glaciers. You know the glaciers, the snow when it comes from a high mountain and it goes in the river, we call it glaciers. Also, we learned about this animal. We call it guancos. Okay, it is similar to llama. This is an animal called llama. It's from the same family or from the same species. Also, it is similar. The guancos is similar to the Arabian camel. Also, we learned about some people who wanted to go to a farm and make some relaxing. And also, we learned about the ski resort. Some of them wanted to go skiing in a ski resort. Also, some of them wanted to have mountain climbing. As you can see here, this is a mountain climbing. And also, the one who wanted to go to stay in a farm is planning to stay there, making some chores. One of these chores is picking vegetables. Okay, look at the guy here. He is picking vegetables. And some of the chores also we talked about them, like milking cows and picking vegetables and fruit and so on. Also, we learned about traveling to another country. This is also one of the words or the phrases that we learned from the previous lesson. Climbing mountains, as we said. Fishing, also one of the activities that people usually do on vacations. Skiing, also we talked about helping on a farm. Also, we talked about safari, one of the vacations. Also, when you go safari, that means you'll be able to see some wild animals. Also, in the previous lesson, we studied in the pronunciation section the differences between the two sounds, as in travel, glasses, jacket, and okay, as in exotic, popular, and modern. Okay, sometimes also we have a letter or a, okay, and it's pronounced as a sound. And our class today is going to be on a conversation. Okay, in this conversation, we are going to listen and read about Umar, okay, who wants to go and have some conversation with a travel agent. He wants to go abroad. He is planning for a vacation and he wants to find out or to decide where to go and what activities he is planning to do. Okay, as you know, whenever you want to travel, you need to plan. Okay, and how to plan? You can get an assistance from a travel agent. The travel agent will help you decide where to go. Now we can see here, this is the map of the world. If you want to go on vacation, if you want to go abroad, outside your country, you have to look at the map, okay, the world map, and decide where to go. And also you have to decide about other things. Okay, here we can see Umar and the agent. Look at the agent here. He is giving some suggestions to Umar, and Umar will decide which vacation he will take. Okay, look at the signs there that is written there. See Italy, visit Paris, fly Europe. Okay, we are going to listen, as we said before, to Umar and the agent in 3 sections, and in each section of the or each slide of this conversation, the agent will suggest something different to Umar, and also you will need to decide, okay, what you think about the 4th option. What is the best that Umar can take, or what kind of vacation that Umar can take? Okay, now we start the first section here, conversation number 1, and this is called exotic and exciting place. Now Umar wants an exciting place and exotic. He's explaining the place that he wants to go as exotic. What do you mean by exotic? Like you can see here in the picture, this area is called exotic. That means there is few people there, and also it is far away from the cities, and it is a very good place as a resort. Okay, here we can see the map world, and in the map world here we have different colors which indicate that there are different cultures. You know, the world has many countries, many cultures. Okay, so Umar wants to have different cultures, or to see different cultures. The agent suggested that he can go to India. Okay, Umar, so the agent, as he said, suggested that Umar can go to India. Okay, but Umar refused the idea. Why? Because he thinks that India is crowded, so many people there, there is much population in India. Also, there is another reason why Umar refused to go to India, because he doesn't like the Indian food. Okay, he thinks that it is spicy and it's not suitable for him. Okay, now let's listen to this conversation and find out what Umar is going to decide, which kind of vacation that he's going to take.
What kind of vacation are you looking for? I'm looking for a vacation in an exotic and exciting place. I love to meet people and learn about new cultures. How about India? It's a bit too crowded, and Indian food is not my favorite food.
Okay, now we move to the second conversation, where the agent suggests another thing. He suggests him to go to this place. It's called Ecological Tours. There, the Ecological Tours, it's the kind of vacation that you can be near the nature. Okay, you can see some wild animals. You can see also different species of plants. Okay, it is in Costa Rica rainforest. Also, the agent suggested that Umar can go to a treetop resort. You can see some houses that are placed in the top of a tree. As you can see here in the picture, that is a place where people can enjoy their time in top of a tree. Also, he suggested that he can see a unique jungle experience. He promised him that when he goes to Costa Rica, he will find unique jungle experience. Also, but as we said before, Umar refused the second option also, because he is allergic to this insect. What do you call this insect? It is called mosquito. Okay, this is the mosquito here. Umar thinks that Costa Rica is famous of the mosquitoes, so he doesn't like to go there because he's allergic. He has allergy. His body refuses the bites or the stink of the mosquitoes. Okay, now let's read and listen to the conversation between the agent and Umar.
Do you like nature? We have ecological tours in the Costa Rican rainforest. You can stay in a treetop resort. It's a unique jungle experience. You're going to love it. I'm allergic to mosquitoes.
So this is the reason why Umar refuses to go to Costa Rica because he doesn't like to go there because he is allergic to mosquitoes. The third option, this is the mosquito insect, okay? And we go to the third option, this beautiful place. It's called the Alps, okay? Look at how high the mountains are in this picture, okay? And also here we have some different cultures like Swiss cultures. We can also can see also different European culture like the German cultures, and here the Italian cultures, okay? And a place that isn't full of tourists. That means Umar wants to go to a place where there are no tourists, or there are few tourists. So this is what the agent suggests. He suggested to Umar to go to Alps, these beautiful mountains, and to see different European cultures like the Swiss, the German, and the Italian culture. Okay, this is also the expression that Umar used when he said he doesn't want a place that is full of people. He wants a place that has few tourists. Okay, and he used this expression, off the beaten track. What do you think Umar means when he says off the beaten track? I want a place that is off the beaten track. You can find out when you read and listen to this conversation. And we'll tell you in the next slide what this expression means.
Why don't you go to the Alps? You'll experience French, Swiss, Italian, and German cultures. Actually, I want a place that isn't full of tourists, somewhere off the beaten track.
Okay, so you can understand the meaning of this expression, off the beaten track, if you read and listen to the complete statement that Umar says. In the beginning, he says, actually, that means he's introducing the opposing idea, the idea that he is not agreeing with the agent. He says, I want a place that's not full of tourists. So we explain, and he explains again the same place by using this expression, somewhere off the beaten track. What do you mean by beaten track? That means there are no people there. Nobody went to this place. Okay? Okay, now you finished and you listened to 3 kinds of conversation and 3 suggestions that the agent gave to Umar, and Umar refused all these suggestions. Now let's think about your idea. If you want to complete this conversation, what do you say? What do you think? We want to get a creative idea from you, from your thinking. What does the travel agent say in response to Umar's last statement? When Umar refused all the suggestions that the agent gave him, what do you think that the agent replied to Umar? Okay, let's give you 3 suggestions, and you can give your own idea or the 4th one. Okay, he might said, why don't you go to New Zealand? He gave him a 4th option, New Zealand. This is also New Zealand. It's a country that is far away from all continents. Also, he might say, how about Antarctica? You know, Antarctica is the cold area in the South Pole. There are no mosquitoes there. Okay, in the South Pole there are no mosquitoes because it is a chilly place, very cold area, and it is very far. This is the Antarctica. Okay, it is in the South Pole. And the 3rd one, why don't you go to the Arabian Desert? Okay, the Arabian Desert, like going to Saudi Arabia and Gulf countries and some Arab countries. This is the picture of the Arabian Desert. Okay, now if you were the agent, what would you suggest to Umar? What do you think? Now we go to the last one, your idea. Now think of a statement that you can use to reply and to give a suggestion to Umar. You can say that to your classmates or to a member of your family. Okay. Now we move to the real talk expressions. In this conversation, we listen to 2 expressions, and we want to explain what these two expressions mean. The first one here, actually, when somebody starts his speaking or his writing by saying actually, he means or she means used to introduce an opposing idea. when somebody gives you a suggestion and you want to deny or to refuse this idea, you can start with actually. This is a statement that indicates that you are refusing or opposing the idea. Also, of the beaten track, the expression that that Umar used when he finished the conversation with the agent, when he wanted to go to a place that is not full of tourists. Okay, he meant by that not visited by many tourists. Not many people are there, the same expression. Okay, now we can ask you some questions, comprehension questions about this conversation, and let's go to see the questions and answer them. Number one, why doesn't Umar want to go to India? When you listened, Umar justified or gave reasons why he doesn't want to go to India. We said two reasons. The first one, it is crowded. The second one, he doesn't like the Indian food. Umar doesn't want to go to India because it is a bit too crowded and he doesn't like the food. The second question, what's wrong with Costa Rica? Why doesn't Umar like going to Costa Rica? What's the reason? When he said he is allergic to the mosquito, that is the reason why he doesn't want to go to Costa Rica. He is allergic to mosquitoes is the right answer. What kind of place is Umar looking for? In general, he started the conversation by telling a general idea or general request to the agent. He wants a place, that's what he's looking for, a place that is off the beaten track. Okay, he wants to relax and not to see many tourists there. Okay, now it's your turn, your time to make the same. Let's read now what is requested here. Your partner tells you what he or she likes to do on a vacation. When your classmate or when a member of your family, if you want to act this conversation, he will tell you what he or she likes. Then you make suggestions for where she or he can go. You can do the same exactly as what the agent did with Umar. Okay, you give suggestions to visit some places. Your partner agrees or disagrees with your suggestions and says why. You can do the same. You can ask a member of your family or a classmate to ask you to act like an agent and who gives some suggestions about some vacation plans. And when you give suggestions, he might or she might refuse the idea, and you give another suggestions and so on. Okay, now we talk about you. What is your favorite kind of vacation? We know there are different kinds of vacations. Okay, if you are interested, it depends on your aptitude or in your hobbies or in the things that you like more. That means you will choose the kind of vacation. How many kinds of vacations do we have? We have plenty of vacations, different kinds of vacations. Like the first one here, you can see city vacation. Some people like to go to cities and stay in the crowded places, go to the malls and so on. Some people like to go on the beach, to stay on the beach, okay, as we call it, beach vacations. Just spend their time relaxing next to the sea, which is called the beach. Also, you can go to a resort vacation. A resort vacation is a vacation where you can go away from the city in a place that provides some facilities and equipments there. Okay, so like cruise. What is the cruise? The cruise that a kind of vacation also that you can take when you go on the sea and have a separate room there, and or you can see you can have a studio, or you can have all the activities like staying in a hotel. Also, you can go on a road trip. You take a car and go on a road trip. You can stay also in the national park vacation. You spend your time in national park. It depends on what the things that you like and what the activities that you want to practice. There are also camping vacation. You take a tent and you stay in the tent and you live a different life than the life that you used to have in the city. Also, group vacations. You can go with a group of people, friends, relatives, family or something like that, we call it group vacations. Also, there are kinds of vacations which are called volunteers. Okay, you can go to help other people, to help others to do things like helping elderly or helping needed people and so on. There are also other vacation which is called sports vacation. If you are interested in sport and you want to see matches or to practice some kinds of sport, you can travel for this reason. And also the last one is called solo vacation. What do you mean by solo vacation? It's a vacation that you go alone with nobody else. You stay alone, and some people like to do that. If you are one of them, you can try this kind of vacation, or you can choose one of the previously mentioned vacations. We go to the second question about you. What do you like to do on vacation? If you choose the kind of vacation, what are the activities that you like to do in these vacations? Think of the answer, and you can discuss it with some of your friends or some of your a member of your family. Number 3, how often do you take a vacation? Okay, here in this question, how many times a year you take a vacation, or how often you go abroad on a vacation. This is for regular things that you do regarding vacation. Number 4, what are you going to do on your next vacation? Now, think about the future, okay, or the plan for the future. If you are planning to go on vacation, what are you going to do? And we learned how to use planning for the future using going to. You can say, I'm going to travel to Costa Rica, for example. I'm going to go camping, and so on. Okay. These are the vacations in details with some visuals. We call this city vacation if you stay in a city, and we call this beach vacation, staying on the beach. Here we call it a resort vacation. This one is we call it a while ago. We named it a while ago. Try to remember what it is. It is the cruise vacation. Okay. Also, we can call this what we mentioned it a while ago. It is a trip, a road trip. We call it road trip. Okay. The next one here, this is national park vacation, staying in the national park. And here we talk about camping vacation, staying in a camp. This is also one of the favorites of some people. Here, what do you call it? We mentioned it a while ago. It's called solo vacation. Look at the boy here. He's staying alone, so we call this a solo vacation. And here it is a group vacation. That's the opposite of solo vacation. And here, look at the guy here. He's trying to help others, so it is called a volunteering vacation, okay, or kind of volunteering vacation. And here, these guys are trying some sports or games, so we call it what? Sports vacation. These are sports vacation. And that's the end of our class today. Thank you for watching, and see you inshallah in our next episode. Goodbye.